Hello. Right, this is the work for week 3 and week 4. Okay, you are going to be looking more at the Sustainable Development Goals you were kind of introduced to in the last lesson. As a starter, you can do this quick quiz. It's only a few questions where you match up the goal to the logo. Okay, you can use QR code or just click this link. That's up to you. Okay, I'm going to go through the task 1 to 6, and then I'm going to make a separate video for task 7. All right, we are going to be looking at the SDGs. We're going to also learn that the SDGs are also called the global goals, and we're going to imagine a future that includes the SDGs in the planning. Okay, I've included a few key terms here, so Sustainable Development Goals, global goals, and discardius, although there are other key terms. This lesson is more about imagining the future. So what world do we want in 2030? We think about 2030. Right, so here are the tasks 1 to 7, and I'm going to talk about 1 to 6 right now. This video will be on this slide. Right, first of all, task 1, I want you to watch this video. The link is behind this sentence here, or behind this picture of Malala. She introduces the video, and I want you to watch the whole video and think about all the problems that are facing the world. The more you remember from the video, the more it will help with task 2. So going on to task 2, what I want you to do is brainstorm up to 10 problems that face people in today's world and write them in your notes. You can write them, or you can write them in Google Docs, and give them number 1 to 10. There is no order. 1 is not more valuable than 2 or more important than 2. Just have a list, number 1 to 10, and 10 problems. Okay. If you are struggling for ideas, you can look at this hint sheet, which looks like this. It looks like this up here with lots of different problems. You can pick 10 of those if you can't think of any of your own, or if you think of 5, you can take 5 from there. Okay, I don't want to dwell on that too much because I want you to get the answers unless you are looking for the answers. Okay, so that's task 2. When you go on to task 3, I want you to link the Sustainable Development Goals to the problems that you have written down. So you will also have the Sustainable Development Goals, okay, as a Google Doc, so you can see them right in front of you. There they are, all glorious and colourful. Okay, you go back to your doc, and then you link the problems. So I put increasing obesity, and then I put is linked to goal 3. So look at the Sustainable Development Goals. Goal 3 is good health. So obesity is solved by goal 3. Hopefully. All right, so there is increase in obesity. That is a problem. Right, so I haven't written my other 10 because that's your job. Right, so you need to link them to each goal. So you're matching up the problems that you wrote and the Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, moving on to task 4. Task 4, you get this lovely instruction by Emma Watson, who played Hermione in Harry Potter, and she shows you, well, actually someone else does, but the ways that people around the world are solving some of these problems. Now, this is not supposed to be a long task. This is watch the video, answer these questions, 1 line per question. You are not going into detail about these case studies, okay? We are going to go into detail about one of them. So just what is Alif doing in Istanbul? Just write what she's doing in Istanbul, okay? Very quickly, very succinctly. Right. Don't worry about the detail. You're not going to be quizzed on your answers, but it's worth knowing about what is going on around the world. Okay, next, task 5. I do want you to look more at discardius, because I found it particularly interesting as a project that was going on in Nigeria by this Team Charis. So they've got this awesome video on YouTube from 2015 showing how successful their little project is. And I just want you to give 3 reasons why it's successful. Okay, I've kind of hinted around here why it is successful, but you just need to watch the video and say why was their project successful when there was so many problems. Why did the problems happen in the first place? Okay, right, that's task 5, and then very quickly, task 6 is also a very quick task. So you need to imagine what 2030 is going to be like. These Sustainable Development Goals expire in 2030, or we reach the targets in 2030, or we just decide that we failed in 2030. Okay, so I've got some inspiring pictures of what the future might look like, and I want you to think about how old will you be in 2030. So will you still be in education? Will you be in university? Will you doing a PhD? Will you have a job? What job might you do in the future? Have you thought that your job that you do in the future doesn't even exist today? You can see this link to 8 jobs that didn't exist just 10 years ago. Things like Uber driver, drone pilot, drone engineer, I think. There's a few other, you have a look, see what the other ones are. What do you want the world to be like in 2030? This is a very open question, just a sentence. What do you want the world to be like if you were looking forward? Because you guys are going to make that world. Right, so I'm going to end there. That's task 6, and then I will I will talk about task 7 in a different video.